Let's look at the count function. Now, if I was to start typing the count formula with equals and then count, you will see there's quite a number of options that are available to you. We're going to look at count, count A, and count blank. So count is, you'll see there, counts the number of cells in a range that contains numbers. So if I was wanting to count column A, for example, I'll just take that out. I would click the cell where I want the answer in A8. I would go along the ribbon to the right of the AutoSum. I see third one down, I have got the option to count numbers. I click on it once. You'll see the formula equals count A1 to A7. If you're happy with the range, just press enter. Or you could highlight all the numbers down to where you want the answer again to the right, count numbers, and it does it for you. Typing it out in full equals count, open bracket, highlight the range you want, and then press enter. But I think, quite honestly, the quickest way, to the right of the AutoSum, count the numbers there, press enter, and there you have it. Let's now look at count A. Now, if I was to count all these stock codes using what I've just shown you, click where I want the answer, to the right of the AutoSum, count, I want to count all these stock codes, press enter, it comes up 0. Comes up 0 because the stock codes are not numbers. Yes, there are numbers in there, but it's a combination of text and numbers. So instead what we can do is do equals count, and this time A, and you'll see there you have the option there, count A. I could just double click on that, and now I can highlight all these codes and then press enter, and you'll see there it has counted 13 using count A. Similarly, you have here a number of delegates booked, so equals, and if I'm typing it, just count A. I could open the bracket, and then I could highlight all the way down. If I had a list of names and I had, in this case, 2 spaces left, I could highlight all of it and press enter, and you'll see there number that I've booked is 11. If I was to put in another name, let's say T Jones, look what happens to number booked. You see it changes. It's not counting the blank cells, but as soon as you put something in, it will include that in the count. So that is how you use count A. The count blank function is exactly as it sounds. This time it will count only the blank cells. So in the first example we have holiday cottage bookings with dates. We've also got some dates available. How many do we have of weeks not booked? Type in equals count, this time blank, open the bracket or double click on the function and then highlight the range C3 to C14 and press enter. So at a glance, there's 4 weeks not booked. If a customer does end up booking and you type in their name, look what happens to the number of weeks not booked. It changes because now there's only 3 blank cells. Same here, example in a training course. Remember, it's count blank, and then you can either type the formula in full or just double click on the function there, and then the range doesn't matter actually if you're looking at first name or last name, and highlight the range. There we have it. Somebody else joins, and you'll see the spaces available goes down to 2. Same again for invoices paid is equals count blank, highlight the range, how many invoices are not paid, there's no date against them, there's 5. If somebody did pay, then it changes. So that is using the count blank function. Another example, just to finish off, if we were trying to summarize the value of invoices due, total number of invoices and number of invoices not yet paid, thinking how we could do that. So first of all, if we're looking at the value of invoices due, we've got an invoice number, we've got a company name, we've got the amount. It's quite a long list here actually, it goes down right down to 210, so it's a lengthy column. So if I wanted to basically sum these invoices, just go to my AutoSum, click on the first amount, and actually you can manually highlight the whole thing, but a quick way when you've got a long list is to do Control, Shift and down, and it actually will take you down to the very bottom and press return. It'll pop you back up to the top, £81,249 worth of invoices. The Control Shift down, by the way, only works when you have something in every cell. So if you've got blanks, it will stop at each blank row. So it worked for the first one. Now looking at total number of invoices. How many invoices have we got in total? So this time I'm going to look at my invoice number. I can see it's a combination of letters and numbers, so I'm going to have to do count A. So equals count A, there it is, second top. Again, because there's an invoice number in each row, I can do my Control Shift down. It takes me down to the bottom to row 210, click on enter, and there's 209 invoices. That's been counted using count A. And then if I wanted to know how many invoices have not yet been paid, I can see there's a date that goes against each invoice once it has been paid, so I want to count the blanks. So equals count blank, third one down, and this time because there are blanks here, I'm going to have to manually go down my list because I want it just to count the number of blanks, and that will tell me that we have 37 invoices not yet paid. So the first one there, just using your auto sum, Control Shift down. The next one using count A, Control Shift down to get to the bottom. And the third one, count blank, and manually highlighting to get the information. So that's how you can use count, count A, and count blank.